And I want to talk about who our Elam ending players would be if we had to put our guys out there. So MacMahon, I'm going to start. And the guy who pretty much won. I know that Steph won the MVP, but in all honesty, if I had had a vote, I might have caused some controversy because I would have had some weird feelings because Steph was not a major factor in the Elam ending. And Giannis,
I know he only scored 50.
I know he scored 46 of them in the first three quarters.
MacMahon, you have to remember that the fourth quarter of the Elam ending is the most important moment of the entire regular season when half the players in the game are not playing more than like 12 minutes in the game. So, it's very important.
Your vote would have been important. Your vote would have been.
I would have gone with Giannis.
You would have voted for Giannis.
Oh, no.
Okay, I just want to point out.
I would have been browbeat to vote for Steph, but I seriously would have considered going with Giannis because I thought he was amazing.
I do want to point out that your favorite MVP candidate for all things, and the guy you're still wanting didn't win it last year, even though you wimped out on voting for him, ran out of gas in the Elam ending.
Embiid?
Embiid was huffing and puffing down the stretch.
I know he was, but he was making plays. LeBron, Giannis, and Embiid were making all kinds of plays. Again, I'm taking Giannis. MacMahon, who is on your list for if you had your Elam ending team?
I'm taking Jokic, and I'm mad that he wasn't on the floor. Now I get it because it was going to be about Giannis and Steph, or I'm sorry, it was going to be about primarily about LeBron and Steph. Those are the guys who are going to be taking the shots. Those are guys who are going to be having the ball in their hands. But listen,
they went with Jarrett Allen.
Well, listen, this is also
LeBron went with Jarrett Allen over Jokic. And by the way, Jokic has won some games with great basket defense this year. Yeah, I'm not endorsing that.
The flaw in this whole argument you're constructing about the Elam ending is you're acting like the best players playing in these moments when half these guys were on minutes limits in this game. John Morant clearly was on some sort of minutes limit. He only played like 16 minutes. Jimmy Butler never plays in All-Star games. I would want him playing in these games. He played like 7 minutes. Fine. He doesn't give a crap about the All-Star game.
Well, that's a Jimmy personal policy. I think Morant rather, that might have just been a hey first timer. It could have been.
You're
on the rise, but
it could have been that too.
We're not talking about what happened in the game. We're talking about who you want.
Yes,
if you want to say Ja or Jimmy, say it.
I am rejecting your premise from the beginning that this is one of the most important moments of the regular season. That's what I'm rejecting.
I love it.
Yeah, that's different.
It's one of the most entertaining.
Yes, that's different. It's very fun. I agree. It's made the All-Star game watchable.
When you look at a player and you're evaluating him in the playoffs, I look at it and say, 2-2 game 5. Are you going to show up or not?
Yeah. So let me ask you a question.
Not Tuesday night in February. So that's what I'm saying.
So let me ask you a question.
The All-Stars are all there.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
You just did.
Would you, is this just a construction to take a bat to Nikola Jokic in your ongoing argument to litigate what happened last year?
I just said,
should he have been on the court instead of Jarrett Allen? Yes or no?
Monty Williams and LeBron James, the people who made the decision.
Should he have been on the court instead of Jarrett Allen? Yes or no? What do you think should have happened?
I would have probably put him out there on the court instead of Jarrett Allen. However, the fact that LeBron and Monty Williams put Jarrett Allen out there is a great compliment to Jarrett Allen. And that's what I'm talking about. This is about complimenting players, not dissing them.
Well, they clearly wanted him to bang and defend Embiid.
And he did. It was pretty good.
He had a heck of a block. By the way, the guy that I've been saying all year has been the best player on the Cavs. Part of the reason I brought this up is I was going to win the argument either way because Brian was going to say that Jarrett Allen should be out there and then I would win that argument. So there we go. That was a good job by me.
It's not, again, you're talking about the game that already happened. I'm talking about who do you want out there?
Yeah, and I'm saying Jokic. I want the guy who wins games with clutch passing, with clutch defense this year on multiple occasions, and has a ton of clutch buckets.
I agree.
Bontemps, who you taking?
I mean, he was not eligible to play in the game, but with Giannis off the board, I will take Kevin Durant. I would be very happy if Kevin Durant is on my team in a moment like that. As we saw last year, he almost single-handedly won a playoff series with, one guy playing on half a leg. So he's a pretty good choice, I think.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.